Welcome to video 2, where we're going to be talking about microdosing orgasms through the power of adornment. I'm Caroline Darcy. I'm a somatic sexologist. I'm here to teach you all the sex education that you wished you'd had. Okay, I get it. There is so much out there teaching us how we should look, how we should behave, what's hot, what's not, what's in fashion, what body type, what bust size, what lip size, what fucking eyebrow size. I was even today looking at on the filters on bloody Zoom, how like all the different eyebrows that I could add in, and I love a good eyebrow. Adornment is something very different to dressing in a way or presenting in a way that is meant to be for other people. You'll probably have some preconceived idea of what a sexual woman already looks like. Take a moment straight away, just closing down your eyes and really thinking into, what is a sexual woman? What does she look like? How does she move? Do you have a idea like me that there was this Pamela Anderson porn-esque Barbie doll caricature of a woman? Do you have something that feels like really like attractive to you, or something that feels really far away from who you are? And this is a really interesting inquiry straight away, because when we have preconceived ideas about what is sexual, what is attractive, how we should look, and that doesn't match how we feel inside, it creates all of these kind of like glitches and hiccups and blocks and ways that our energy, that delicious life force energy, that expression of your own flavor, what the kids will call their vibe, the energy, your frequency, your essence. There's so many different ways to describe it. But that whole sense of who you are inside, if that doesn't match the mental picture, it creates these distortions. And those distortions can mean lots of different things. It can mean you are either you're not a sexual person, you're not a sexual woman, you're not attractive, you're not hot enough, you're not you don't fit into the idea that you have in your head. It might mean that it's something you want to be. It might mean that it's something you don't want to be. There's a lot of like very intelligent women in academia that have, said things like, maybe that sexual woman feels dumb. Maybe she feels naive. Maybe she feels something like that you just don't want, like you can't even say yes to in yourself. Maybe it means that she's not lovable. Maybe it feels really far away. All of these preconceived ideas and I mean preconceived by, you didn't necessarily come up with them yourself. They were conditioned by society, conditioned by the media. Whatever that preconceived idea is, can prevent that flow of energy, that flow of life force energy, those little hits that we've been talking about in the earlier video. This is the difference between performance and adornment, where we're trying to perform something that doesn't match our insides, versus the adornment, which is actually a celebration and a transmission of what your sexual energy feels like in itself. The key difference is, are you doing something to look hot or to look a certain way, perform a certain character? Or are you doing something and you are dressing yourself or wearing something with the intention to turn yourself on, to dial up your own energy? Before we get into the how we can do this, I want to talk about why this is so important. We are so outwardly focused in the world, whether that is taking care of kids, whether that is taking care of our job, whether that is earning money, whether it's our relationship. What it is that our upbringings have often given us that sense of we need to be focused out here. So when we are working with our own internal energy systems, that energy works on women directionally outward, inward. It's one of the reasons it feels so jarring when someone goes straight for the clit or straight for your clit without any other like interaction anywhere else. It's another one of the reasons that our environment is so distracting to us. Like one of the things I really get geeky on is actually how we like dial up our energy and how we dial it down and how much influence that we have over that. One of the things that you learn when you look at this energy model of the orgasm versus the, oh, it's something that happens, is that our system both has accelerators, things that turn us on and things that turn us off. That means that, you know, so much of the work isn't just about what's not turning you on or not adding more, it's not necessarily about adding more. It's about removing the stuff that's in the way. If you love this, you will love my full free masterclass, Big Orgasmic Energy. Go check it out. It's in the link below. This external internal orientation means that we're more distracted by maybe the pile of washing in the room, the mental to-do list, the unfinished loops in our mind. It might be that we are more conscious of how we look, add in the programming about how we should look. It can create a real glitch, a real like jolt in that flow of delicious energy. So adornment, doing things, wearing things, choosing the environment that we live in, dialing things up just that little bit more from a place of intention that this is for me. This is my own energy. This is to turn me on. And look, we all know it from like early date nights with people, whether that first limerence phase when we're excited and it's still really early days, but we know we're going to hook up, and the time and effort we put into preparing our bodies to feel really good. We have the everything bath, we moisturize, we wear the good underwear. That whole like ritual can be done from two places. It can be done from that fear of, oh my God, I don't want them to think I'm ugly. I don't want them to think I'm hairy. I don't want them to realize or think that I'm a slob, so I'm going to wear like nice stuff, blah, 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 blah. Or it can be that place of, oh my God, this is like adding to the anticipation, the turn on, the excitement, the build up, the things that we do to then signal to ourselves that like sexy time is on the agenda. It's not necessarily about having an everything bath every single day, doing your hair, makeup, making sure that everything looks and feels and this impeccable expression of who you are. I mean, if you can, go for it. Enjoy. I certainly can't do that every day. So what I do instead and what I encourage all of my clients to do. Find something every day that you can imbue with your intention. What I mean by that is that only you know that this is a signal. This is like an anchor point for yourself, that every time you notice this, you can access that little bit of turn on, that little microdose, that little hit that is available to you all the time. And it can be as simple as a pair of earrings. And it's so funny because as I film this, my like I would love to be wearing earrings right now as an example, but my ears have closed up. So my earring holes, not my ear holes, my earring holes have closed up. So you're not getting a live demonstration of this today. So how to do this? First of all, you drop into yourself and like notice how you feel today, or notice how you want to feel, because like your vibe, your frequency isn't going to be exactly the same every single day. We all know the difference between when we're ovulating and when we're bleeding. There's the difference between having this like full fiery heat of a turn on versus the much slower, more internal, softer sensuality, versus like this kind of playful, bratty, like real spicy kind of energy. Like there's so many different flavors to play with. So the first thing is dropping into, well, what is it? What part of that do I want to express today? And choosing something that represents that. It can be as simple as a red lipstick, a nude colored lipstick. It might be a winged eyeliner. It might be not wearing any underwear for the day. It actually doesn't matter what it is, as long as it is something that turns you on. Then the microdosing part, every time you notice it during the day, you take a moment, you have a little wriggle, allow that energy to turn you on. You can dial it up by doing this in your environment as well. You can pick the things. You have a beautiful like vintage vase of pale pink roses in front of me right now. It can be the type of bed sheets that you have. It can be lighting a candle while you put your makeup on. It can be the glass or the cup that you drink your coffee out of in the morning. You can take this intention of adornment to turn you on, and adornment as this microdose of orgasmic energy, and you can add it to any part of your life, not just what you're wearing. I'm Caroline Darcy, and I'm a somatic sexologist. A somatic sexologist. Oh my god, my brain's fucking gone.